What's good with y'all, man? It's crunch time. Hit the like if y'all join in, man. It's been a slow month, y'all. That's my fault. That's my apologies. I gotta work harder, man. I mean, I've been under the weather though, so that's why it's been a slow month. But it's no excuses, man. You gotta work harder than that, man. It's 2026, man. That's why it's called crunch time, man. You know what I mean? So also, I want to remind you guys, man, that the documentary will be hopefully coming this year soon. That I've been working on. A lot of people don't know, man. I used to do the reality show. It's 3 seasons of the reality show and a playlist. Uh, so what ended up happening was I wound up tearing my Achilles, and so I've been recording and documenting everything going on with that, as far as that. And so we're gonna document leading all the way up to basically the end of when I was hooping, and hopefully, if I'll be strong enough to return. Speaking of Achilles injury, this man Kevin Durant might have just ruined his own legacy, y'all. So y'all hit the like as y'all join in, man. And yeah, you'll just be on the lookout for that documentary, man. Hopefully it's all good, and we edit it, the right way, and I do what I'm supposed to do. Uh, but yeah, this man Kevin Durant, bro. Um, Here's the thing with Kevin Durant is that he might have just ruined his own legacy forever for good, like ever, ever. You know what I'm saying? Because and the KD files that had came out, I don't know if they was true. You see what I'm saying? Here's the thing: I didn't talk about the KD files, excuse me, because I didn't know if they was true. So because I didn't know that the KD files, I didn't know if they was true or not. I didn't want to speak on it. You know what I'm saying? But they were some damaging files. So the reason why that he might have ruined his legacy though is because the report came out a couple days after the files was released. A report came out a couple days after the files were released, saying that his whole full-time media and entertainment staff at his company boardroom was all laid off without notice. You know what I'm saying? They was all laid off, aka fired without notice. And then the comment section is all saying like that Kevin Durant might be guilty. So the reason why I say that he may have ruined his legacy, man, is because if he's guilty, his legacy is over. Oh yeah, the whole thing is done down the trash can. You know what I mean? If he's guilty, because if he's guilty of those messages, man, it's really damaging. The messages and damning, uh, because what it basically does is exposes the fraudulent behavior for real and the excuse making on the gaslighting. You know what I'm saying? When he basically tried to blame it on Russell Westbrook as to why he wanted to go play with Golden State. He was complaining about Russ. Then apparently you complain about Steph Curry in the KD files, if it's true, allegedly. Then apparently you was complaining about Kyrie Irving. Seems like you complain about every single player that you played with. So if that is true, then you are completely unjustified for going to Golden State. You were completely unjustified for leaving Russell Westbrook, bro, because apparently you got a problem with everybody, bro. And listen, bro, uh, I mean, this is all allegedly, but I'm gonna just say this on my whole chest because ain't nobody gonna do shit. If it's true, that's some bitch ass shit. If this shit is true, that is some bitch ass shit because there's no accountability being taken. And so I can't respect it. You see what I'm saying? I can't do it. Like, meaning it's impossible for me to have respect towards that. Literally. So that's what I'm sitting here saying to y'all is that if you're gonna blame Russell Westbrook, who was a top 5 player in the league, as to why you couldn't win, because apparently he was the only guy shooting, couldn't tell. I mean, you couldn't tell. Russ what to do and this and that, and you was the only one that can create your own shot. Didn't have no shooters. Why you leave Golden State then? Right. So you complain about Steph Curry, who the greatest shooter in the world. And now you're complaining about the simple fact that if you say something to him and you try to correct him, that's the same shit you said about Russ. When is it gonna be your fault, bro? And I was like, I'm under the weather, but I had to come in here and say something about this, man. I have to do it for Black History Month, man. Then you go to complain about Kyrie Irving, Harden. Again, this is all allegedly. That's why I say he may have ruined his legacy. You see what I'm saying? So the dude said, "What is he being charged of?" No, but I'm talking about the files, not the no. I'm not talking about the steens. I ain't talking about the lean files. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the the fake ass KD files that they said had came out when he was talking about his teammates. Nah, I ain't talking about the what I mean files. I ain't talking about that. But the whole thing is man, that shit just diabolical if that's what you allegedly did though, Kevin Durant, because we have to look at your legacy completely different now. You know what I mean? It shows we could have put Carmelo Anthony on that Warriors team at that time. I'm not even talking about prime Melo. I'm talking about at that time when Melo went to OKC. If you'd have put Melo on the Golden State Warriors that same season, they go to the finals still. You see what I'm saying? But we have to stop propping Kevin Durant up because a big reason why we did that, y'all did that, is because you try to blame Russ. But he blaming everybody though. You see what I'm saying? So it seemed like he just never satisfied. Then you see him trying to blame the Houston Rockets team now, where I told y'all we're gonna have to cook him down to the gristle if he mess up the Houston Rockets. You know what I'm saying? Now you blaming them. You talking shit about Sengun, Jabari Smith. All this is allegedly, but what I'm saying is, it's like, bro, to me that just makes you. I look at the whole thing sideways, and it confirmed that I was right. You don't have no dog in them. You don't have no actual like leadership and competitive nature, bro. Excuse me. It's very cowardly, and it's like, damn, you saying all this shit behind their back too, though. You know what I mean? So that shit just sad to me, man. And Kevin Durant is somebody that we have to look at now and kind of just determine, like, yo, do we put him top 15 still? Do y'all put him top 20 still? Do y'all do any of these things, man? Because I don't see the other players that he played with. I don't see them getting all of the slander. I don't see them getting all of the slander. Uh, uh, that they gave Russell Westbrook, man, and they try to blame everything on Russell Westbrook. You don't leave somebody like Russell Westbrook hanging and then expect him to still get it done the same way by restarting on whole new teams year by year, and then y'all just cook him because he's not able to get out the first round. You gave him he had to start with a whole new team. Shout out to the dude Micah. He said, "I'm starting to wonder about leadership across the league, even on my Lakers. The leadership is non-existent, man. Non-existent, man. It's only a select few players in the league that are trying to follow the blueprint. That's why we got to start talking more about Cade Cunningham, SGA, Ant-Man, dudes like that. And we have to start, rethinking about how we talk all these trash about dudes like Kyrie, man. I mean, bro, man, Kyrie couldn't get away from KD and LeBron, even if he tried. Every time he signed to a new team, they trying to follow and come to his team. Then you turn around and talk shit about it. Then he leave, y'all, and go straight to the finals. So that's why I'm looking at Cade Cunningham and what he did with the Pistons, man. He didn't call nobody to come over there. He didn't want to run a nobody team. They lost Jaden Ivey. They still got the first seed in the league. And that's why I told y'all last season the Pistons were going to have a number one seed this season, bro. I said that shit. You see what I'm saying? You said Ant is a real leader. KD got swept by him. Yeah, he got swept by Ant-Man, bro. You don't see Ant-Man making no excuses. And, people talking about Ant-Man need to leave because he might be the face of the league. He need to go to New York or LA. That's the problem, bro. Like, yo, this generation is ruined it. They're so spoiled, bro. Like, just ruined the whole league. Just wanting players to go certain places. Like, when Michael Jordan went to the Bulls, they was not no billion-dollar industry, bro. Until later on, he made him that. Steph Curry, he turned the Golden State Warriors to a billion-dollar franchise. It ain't no just put them on a major city. Like, stop that, bro. Let them do what they do. It's supposed to be basketball first. You take Ant-Man off the team and put him on a whole other team. We don't even know if the rest of his career is going to go how it was supposed to go if he'd have stayed on his own team. Now niggas' numbers get skewed and shit because you playing with superstars. Like, this whole shit is dumb, bro. But I honestly feel like a lot of that is about to exit our league though. When these players from KD's generation get out the league, and it's mainly really just KD and LeBron though. You know what I'm saying? That's mainly all it is though. Because the media and the fans were so obsessed with trying to make them the two best players from this generation that they was never going to correct them for real. Anything they do they was going to glaze it for real. So it's like that's why every team they play for, they got to make it seem like, oh, they the best player on every team they play for. Honestly, like I disagree with that, bro. I'm starting to look at Bron and KD different all around. I know we be talking about it every day on here, but I'm talking. It's getting worse now. I don't even know if they was the best player on their championship teams, bro. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? KD is a child, bro. If this shit is true.